brother. It's the another one. Number one, time for the number one Hulk Hogan Impersonators podcast. That happens, baby. Oh, yeah, I'm here with my brother, Jeff Davis.
Hello, Spencer. I truly enjoy your perfect Hulk Hogan impression, and it has really made my day.
I smoke the devil's lettuce.
The devil's lettuce?
That's a fun fact about Hulk Hogan is that he calls weed the devil's lettuce. So
But
that's a real factoid.
Is he saying smoke the devil's lettuce or do not smoke the devil's lettuce?
This is like his not on-screen persona. This is like if you meet him in the bathroom stall and you're smoking weed, he might say something like, "Oh, is that the devil's lettuce?" or something, you know.
But is that him? Is that him wanting you to pass over the devil's lettuce, or is that him saying "say nope to dope and ugh to drugs"?
I don't think he's saying nope to doke or ugh to drugs, but I don't think he's specifically wanting. He doesn't take a stance in this scenario.
You're just saying Hulk Hogan will walk into a men's room, see somebody smoking a joint, and give them shit about it. He will call it the devil's lettuce. I saw Sammy Davis Jr. when I was a little kid at the Greek Amphitheater opening for Frank Sinatra. And he referred to cocaine as the devil's dandruff, which I think is great.
Man, can you imagine being the devil and your scalp is just covered in coke? That could be amazing.
Yeah, it's like it's one thing to be an angel who's fallen from grace, but also dandruff. Like, I mean, haven't you been through enough? You've fallen out of God's glory, and also your shoulders. You can't wear a dark suit anymore because you got the devil's dandruff all over you. But maybe that's where cocaine came from. Maybe the devil's dandruff, that's one of God's curses. And sometimes a curse can be a blessing, Spencer. The God will give the devil dandruff, but also if you have to stay up late and finish your term paper, that's the stuff you need.
It's like in that famous Chicken Noodle Man song, snort the devil's scalp until your troubles go away.
Snort the devil's scalp. I love it. Snorting the devil's scalp. I mean, I don't do cocaine, but if I ever did it again, I would say I'm going to snort the devil's scalp.
I hear if Hulk Hogan goes into a bathroom and you're doing coke, he goes, "Are you snorting the devil's scalp, brother?"
But then it sounds like a dude that wants you to fucking stop bogarting the devil's dandruff and pass it over to him.
Oh, no. If it's coke we're talking about, he definitely wants in, for sure.
There's no way Hulk Hogan didn't do a load of coke. I mean, just based on his performance, like his level of commitment and the era that he was working in, he certainly was cokey, right? He must have been.
Yeah. What are other devil names for drugs? Let's see. We got
Well, pick a drug, and I'll give you the devil's name for it.
Let's just go with alcohol to start. That's maybe easier, maybe hard.
Satan's sippins.
What about?
Speaking of Satan sippins, I just poured myself a delicious cup of Fernet Branca. Cheers. And also, thank you, all you Happuccinos out there. Thank you again for listening to whatever the hell Spencer and I are doing with the help of Kevin Day. Hello, Kevin. Are you alive?
Yes, I am.
COVID hasn't finally got you.
I think I'm going to make it, guys. I really do.
I don't know. I think that's like, the first stage is denial. So you might be dying.
Yeah. The moment that that Kevin has accepted that COVID has gotten him, then we know it's over.
Yeah.
In the middle of our show, Kevin will be bargaining with COVID, where he tries to make sense out of the fact that he smells cigarette smoke for no reason. And as I said before, he's being gaslit by his girlfriend, and she wants him to go crazy.
I've asked, she's denying it, but again, that she could be denial too.
But of course, that's the first step of being a murderer. Denial.
So, segue into a true crime podcast real fast.
Yes. I'm getting my vaccination this coming Wednesday, on the 14th, I believe. I'm getting my Johnson & Johnson one-time jab in the arm. And then, guess what, everybody? I'm coming for you. I'm just going to start making out with you. Like, willy-nilly. I'm just going to be out there just smooching on people. Because, fuck it.
Yeah, I think mine's on the 20th or the 18th. But I think it's the 20th. But, yeah, we should. What, are we ever going to do the podcast in the same room, Jeff?
That would be ideal. For listeners that don't know, that Spencer and I had an idea that we were going to do a podcast in a live setting at these at a very cool venue. I won't say what it is yet because we might change it, but it'll be very fun one day to have a live audience like we had with Harmontown at the Nerd Melt or the Dynasty Typewriter, and there'll be musical guests. Open Mike Eagle wants to be part of it. Robbie Fulks. It'll be a groove-tastic.
I can't wait to bomb in front of a live audience.
Wait, Spencer, I haven't seen you in 1 week, and you shaved your beard, and already you have a fucking full beard again. It's already come back.
I think it's been a couple weeks or something, but I don't remember.
Like, look at my facial hair for listeners and who are watching. This is 4 days. Just a light stubble.
I was going to say, and what Jeff is gesturing to is nothing. But I only have you in a small viewing window, so.
Yeah. It looks like a light stubble. I don't know. Shaving's stupid. And I don't think I'm ever going to get I don't think I'm ever going to get good at it. You can buy the most expensive razor and it sucks. I guess as a man talking to an audience full of what I hope is at least 50% women, shaving your legs must be an enormous bummer. That must, you have to, I don't know. I always picture just you have to lay in a bathtub and it's probably more glamorous than it actually is. But no, shaving your legs must be a pain. Just shaving your face. Every day I shave my face, I think about the first time I shaved my face when I was cutting myself and it was a wreck. But I'm 47 years old, Spencer. When am I ever going to get good at shaving? It's always you finish and there's a little patch that you missed and you're like, it's fuck it, I hate it. And then I buy razors from Gillette. I used to shoplift them, Spencer, if I can be quite honest with you. I used to shoplift my razors because Gillette, whether or not you agree that it's the best a man can get, I would steal them because I heard tell that they used to test products on animals. They did animal testing, so I was against that. Mm-hmm. But now they keep the razors behind lock and key at the Gelson's down the street. Like, they know that Gelson's, they're conflict razors. That's what I'm trying to tell you people.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Where do they mine them?
Every time you nick yourself and cut yourself with a Gillette razor, that's not just your blood. It's the blood of countless monkeys and rodents or whatever they fucking chickens. I don't know how they fucking do it.
They shave chicken. This will shave the feathers right off a chicken.
If I weren't such a libtard vegetarian, I would say I wouldn't want any razor that hadn't already been tested on chickens. If you can shave a chicken, then that's a razor that you fucking want, right? I don't know.
Yeah, because, feathers, they have the quill of the feather is like this big tube made out of fingernails. If you could hack through that, who knows what's possible.
Would a chicken, Spencer, put yourself in a chicken's shoes? Do chickens wear shoes?
I do, of course.
Okay. Would you rather, you're a chicken, Spencer. Roll initiative.
All right.
We're gonna do a little side game, animal testing D&D right now. Wait, what did you roll?
3.
You got a 3. Okay, I'll go first. Yeah. I come into your chicken coop, and I grab you by the feet, and ignoring your chicken shoes, I take out a Gillette razor and start to try and shave you. And let's. What do I have to roll for that? Just a regular Gillette attack.
I think my AC is probably like a 7. So
7. Okay, so it mildly shaves the feathers, but mostly it just irritates your chicken skin. Some feathers come out, but the quill is still in there. What do you do?
No. I was ready for some baby smooth chicken skin, but now I'm left with this irritation.
Not with your fucking 7 save. I rolled pretty low.
Oh, no. So I guess I scratch.
What is it? What is a chicken's armor class?
I said it was like maybe an 8. Well,
Okay.
they probably have more if they have their dexterity bonus, because you imagine they're pretty dexterous.
Have you ever tried to catch a chicken? It's hard. You've seen Rocky. It's hard to do.
Yeah, but then you said that you already were holding the chicken, so they're not going to get their dex bonus there, you know?
Correct. Thank you. See, that's why you're the dungeon master and I am not. Okay, so it's your move, chicken. Go ahead. Just for fun, give me the name of the chicken so I know who I'm dealing with right now.
Melvis.
Melvis?
Melvis Beacon.
Melvis Beacon.
Mavis Beacon's chicken brother.
Okay, so it's I think we're in combat mode, so it's your turn.
I'm gonna try to itch the irritated skin, see if I can relieve some of that irritation.
Okay, that's a critical fail. You take one of your chicken feet. The fact that you're wearing a shoe gives you less scratchiness.
Sure.
And all you do is just ruffle your feathers and make it a little bit worse.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm gonna go for a peck. Can I get a peck in anywhere on an arm or?
What is your peck bonus?
I'd imagine at least a 2 or a 3. I got a 9.
Okay. So yes, you peck at the Gillette animal tester, and you deal 6 damage.
Holy shit. What does that look like?
He runs from the I'll tell you what it looks like. He runs from the room, rethinking his life choices, and goes to his bosses and gets on the phone to Gillette headquarters in, I'm going to say, Racine, Wisconsin. Sure. I don't know where they are, but let's just say it's Racine. Yes, I was right. I rolled the correct geographical reference. And he says, look, I don't think shaving a chicken is a great way to prove the quality of a razor meant to shave faces or legs. I think what we should do is let all these animals free. And Kevin, do you have any dice with you?
I do not.
Okay, well,
what?
Spencer,
Roll for me.
Okay,
this is an outrage.
So Spencer, no, Kevin, you are the CEO of Gillette Razor Incorporated, and how do you respond to this? The guy's saying basically, let's stop animal testing because it really doesn't. How does a chicken be a good analog for the human flesh and the skin? How do you respond, Kevin?
I fly into a rage and attack you.
Oh shit! I forgot. My mistake. As I forgot that the head of Gillette is a barbarian. So he goes into a CEO rage. And what is your response? What is your? We're over the phone right now, but maybe you can cast a spell or something.
Oh no!
Yeah, I cast an audible attack over the phone, deafening you.
All right, Spencer, roll for him.
All right. Oh boy, that's gonna be a 19.
Oh
so that's
shit!
A hit. Assuming a hit's possible.
Dealing audible damage to my ears.
He's deafened for 1d6 rounds.
Shit.
That's 5 rounds. How are you gonna finish this phone call now?
I hang up.
Oh no!
Am I still with an outraged chicken?
Well, I think you ran out of the room. So unless if you drop the chicken, then no. But if you ran out of the room holding the chicken,
I go back into the room and I retrieve the chicken and I hold him gently, and I say, I know that you don't speak English. I don't know that. I'm assuming that you don't speak English. But I certainly don't speak bok bok.
Sure.
I take the chicken and I flee out to the parking lot where my Toyota Prius is parked, and I take the chicken home and run, knowing that I'm fired because the barbarian head of Gillette is after me now. I take the chicken. I say, whatever happens to me, I'm not going to let anything bad happen to you, chicken.
And then I say, thank you.
Whoa! Cliffhanger! The chicken spoke English the whole time. The chicken.
That's why we can't be testing on these majestic creatures.
We don't. I think it's so speciesist to assume that animals don't speak the lingua franca or whatever the language that they're dealing with. I guess if you're a chicken and you've been dealing with English-speaking doctors long enough, you're going to pick up a little bit of English.
Sure.
Right.
I mean, especially if you're undergoing tests, like who knows what could happen.
I also pull over to the side of the road at some point and take a rest for an hour so I can re-heal my 6 damage that I took when the chicken pecked me.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay. I kind of want to keep playing this chicken chicken story.
Chicken story. Chicken Run. Chicken
Run. It's not Shadowrun. It's Chicken Run.
Why was Chicken Run, did you ever see that movie, Chicken Run?
Was that one of those like claymation situations?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see it. What's his name? Who makes those?
I think Wallace makes them. Or Gromit?
Not Gromit. Yeah, Wallace makes them. I forget the director.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Everything they make is fantastic. Didn't their studio burn down and they lost a bunch of shit, like all their dolls and puppets?
I don't know. That's crazy if that happened. That's horrible.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the name Chicken Run, it sounds kind of like it's supposed to be a pun of something, But is there like a pun?
What? Chicken Run?
Chicken Run. Yeah. Is there a pun in there anywhere? Because I can't figure one out.
I think a chicken run is something that, like, if you live in Britain, like you can have a dog run where it's like a little side, like, little courtyard for your dog. I think a chicken run is not an actual thing. I don't know. Somebody, Kevin, has put up on the chat, Spencer, on Discord. Somebody asked, "Where's the sign-up sheet to make out with Jeff?"
Sure.
I'm assuming on Discord.
Yeah.
I want
set one up.
Send a pick and resume, and next episode, sitting right next to me will be the person that I've chosen to make out with. Also, Kevin, is it possible for us to drop the image, the fan art of that? Oh God.
Oh yeah, can they see that?
Is everybody seeing this right now that's watching this?
Yes, they are.
Holy smoke.
I like my expression. It's like, how would you characterize my expression even?
I would say bemused resignation.
To me, it looks like it's kind of like it's a living kind of
Yeah, it's a living.
We should describe this for our listeners, by the way.
Okay, well, what's happening to listeners? Spencer, you're like, describe this. Maybe let's get the D&D music, and Spencer can describe this fantastic artwork. And who is it drawn by?
This was drawn by Rachel Holbein.
Rachel, thank you, Rachel. This is going to haunt me in my night thoughts for a very long time.
Yeah, and I think this is going to win the contest. So I guess give us your address. We'll send you Mountain Dew Major Melon. Okay, so I can't see the picture anymore, but I'll go off of memory. Before you are 2 naked men, one tall and lean, the other squat and squatting. The thin man has the face of a young, youthful, mirthful teen, as well as a knife, a dagger between his cheeks, his butt cheeks, mind you. And the other guy is fat. Oh boy! And he looks embarrassed, as if to say, like, I can't carry all these dice. What dice, you ask? Oh yes, he's got 2 giant D12s in front of his private parts. Is this a reference? When I looked at this, I was like, is this a reference to my dad telling the story on Harmontown of me having giant testicles? Only time will tell. I don't know how, but I don't know who else but time could tell. That's basically the image. I'm kind of squatting the way one might take a dump in the woods, holding dice. Whereas Jeff is kind of like, did I do that? Kind of like the Copper Tone Girl or whatever. Is it the Copper Tone Girl? I don't know. Anyway, that happens. I don't know. Now.
All right, Kevin, please put the artwork back up, because that was very well done, Spencer. I think you encapsulated it. Yeah, it tells a story. I think this drawing asks more questions than it answers. Also, why D12s? Are they easier to draw than a D20? Was that just laziness on the?
I wouldn't call it laziness, but yeah, I'd have to imagine they're easy to draw. I think like they have neater angles, like the angles on a D20 are so slight that like you see multiple faces, but then it's like, how do you light them? How do you shadow them? And like, how do you make sure that the shapes look right while they're, still at an angle? And, it's a lot of triangles that you're just sticking together. I think there's clearer faces on a D12, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I also want to ask Rachel, just simple choices. Why, like, you're a little more yellowish tone. I'm a little bit more of a beige. Neither of us is particularly tan.
I think I kind of have some color. I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm tan by any stretch, certainly.
Do you think she got your shoulder hair exactly right? Just that little wispy bits that kind of fly off the top of your shoulders?
No, I don't think I have shoulder hair. I might have a little bit of back hair these days, but I don't think I have shoulder hair.
And this, okay, I have a couple other questions. First of all, thank you, Rachel, for giving me an ass. One thing I've never had is a booty, and my booty in this is almost Beyonce level. It's just it's round.
I'm about to take a bite out of that thing.
Yeah, it's like a space helmet. It's fantastic. Spencer's nipples concern me a little bit. Spencer, you can be quite honest. Did she get your nipples right? Because these are.
I think my tits are perkier than that. I think they have a bit more, But other than that, yeah, it looks good. Yes. Maybe if I'm leaning forward a little bit, then it works.
Rachel has described your nipples and man boobs as I would say depressive. They look like a little down on their luck.
Right.
But if you look, I've just noticed
ahead.
if you look at, because I'm in kind of semi-profile with my back toward camera, but you can see just a bit of my nipple. How big must my nipple be for you to see it from that angle?
I think it's just kind of like a little dot. It's tasteful.
We're talking about a 2-inch nipple, because at least 1.5 inches. But also that little look that says like, who, me? Yeah. It's good. It's good stuff. I mean, is it good stuff or is it fucking alarming? I'll leave it to the audience to decide.
Well, you get what you ask for. Don't be careful what you wish for, etc. I think this is exactly what we asked for.
Yeah, so it's like the gift.
It's hard to get too bad. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of am flattered the shape I'm in this drawing. I look like I went to the gym once in my life.
Yeah, you look like you do squats.
Why are your feet bigger than mine? What size shoe do you wear, Spencer?
I think 12. My feet are a bit smaller than you might assume for my size.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you're a little bit in the foreground, but still, I look like I'm wearing a size 9 over there, and I don't like that because that.
Yeah, no, I got big feet in this picture.
Yeah, the dagger in the butt though, I think is a fucking awesome move because no one's looking. Like if someone approached me like face on, and I am naked, and they try to attack me, guess what? I got a butt dagger. It's fucking coming. I'm gonna fucking slice you.
It's like the classic stiletto from Victorian high society ladies times, but in your butt.
Kevin said on Discord, someone said Jeff is COVID side boob. Yeah, I guess I'm dropping a little side boob. It's Side Boob Sundays, everybody. That means go to your local KFC and get a free chicken bucket.
Whoa. That's not what you'd imagine from Side Boob Sundays.
Every time somebody points out that it's Side Boob Sunday, on that happens, you get you can drive down right now to your local KFC and just hashtag Side Boob Sunday. That happens.
Now, Side Boob Sunday, wasn't that a Doug Benson on Twitter kind of holiday?
I think it is Doug Benson.
I don't think he still does that, but yeah, that was a thing.
Do you think he stopped?
Everybody wins.
Do you think he stopped doing it because it wasn't woke after a while? Like to point out the side boob was not woke enough?
I would have to imagine that he stopped doing it before it became like people were like, this is gross, you should stop doing this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if people said that before, but just culturally, I feel like he might have stopped before then. But I know that people have been all like, Doug Benson, isn't he the guy that would solicit pictures from his fans or whatever, and people were getting pissed. But that was well after the fact, to my knowledge. Yeah. And, I don't know.
He had a joke.
There's a lot of gray area. Go ahead.
Absolutely. He had a joke. I think it was Doug. I'm almost certain it was Doug. I think I heard it on Sirius XM Comedy Channel, a long time ago. And he was going through notes that he had written down while high, and he was just trying to figure out what the joke was because he'd completely forgotten the point or the premise. And one thing he had written down was, "All holes Benson." And he goes like, "I don't know what that means." He goes, "But it sounds like something I would say." Doug, all holes Benson.
When I was a kid, I would watch Comedy Central, and he did, I think it was maybe a premium blend or something. It might have been Comedy Central Presents, but he like his thing when he started up is he was like, I've been working on my segues. And then he was like, I had a baby once, or I had a dingo once, a baby ate it. Babies love Vegas. It's just like
He's
the most ridiculous segue.
I did Doug Loves Movies once, and I met him backstage, and I love and adore Doug Benson, and of course we all know that he's famously quite high. He was higher than anybody I've ever met before the show, and continued to get high during and after, and it's a miracle that anybody could go on stage and be as stoned as Doug and still be that fucking funny. And it was Bill Burr and Pete Holmes, and I'd never met either of them. And I'm backstage. This is at the UCB Theater, which used to be the Tamarind Theater, which is where I started doing improv back in the 1820s. And I meet Bill Burr. I go, "Hey man, nice to meet you." He goes, "Hey, so we're doing a show with Pete Holmes. So you and I are never going to talk." and he was right.
Sure.
It turns out, like I didn't even need to be there. Pete Holmes just completely barnstormed the stage, and Bill Burr and I were just passing a flask of whiskey back and forth, if we're going to sit here, we're going to have a drink. And
sure. But what was Pete Holmes doing?
Talking a lot. But again,
oh, yeah.
Fucking fantastic. Absolutely. I'm chatty. I talk too much. But it's nice to know that there are certain people in the world who talk way more than I do.
Right. It must make you feel better about yourself.
Yes. Compared to him, I'm taciturn. It's fucking great, though. He was very funny.
Jeff Taciturn Davis. And it's not every day you get to use that word, so.
Yeah. What's it? Prolix. Look that one up, Spencer.
I don't even know how to spell that. I'm looking it up.
Prolix.
Oh, that's easy. Using or containing too many words, semicolon, tediously lengthy.
It's an antonym to taciturn. I think we talked about this maybe on previous podcasts, but when people say reticent to mean reluctant, that bothers me. Reticent means not really willing to talk, like you've clammed up, you're not speaking much. But now people use it as reluctant, but we already have a word for reluctant, and it's reluctant, but we've lost a word, reticent.
Right. Yeah, I just looked it up. You're right. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, I don't use the word reticent, but people, that's something.
Are you saying, Spencer, that you're reticent to use the word reticent? Because if you are, you fucking did it wrong.
Reluctant.
You did it wrong. Exactly.
I feel like I am a reticent person. I mean, there's definitely a lot of stuff I do reveal about myself, but it's all very situational. Like, I definitely find myself less able to talk about myself around people I know, but around strangers, I'm like, I'll fucking, I don't need therapy. I'll just do my therapy with anyone who doesn't care. I'll just keep going. But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know something. You're a famous improv guy, Jeff. I don't know that we have time to do it, but in the future, I think you gotta teach me how to do improv so I can get better at podcasting.
Well, I mean, all conversation, Spencer, is improvisation. We are improvising right now. We are not working from a script. When you are dungeon mastering,
I am,
and we go off of the. You are?
Yeah. Yes.
Let's harken back to the absolute podcast gold that was our Gillette chicken shaving improv. You don't think that you did a great job improvising your way through the chicken shaving?
Oh no, I'm amazing. I just just like formal, zip zap zop and finding the game and such. I don't know. I think there's a lot that I can do, and then there's a lot that I could learn.
Let's play it. Let's do an improv scene right now.
Okay.
Spencer, give us a place that two people might run into each other.
Boxing match.
A boxing match, and. Every sentence, Spencer, has to be in the form of a question.
Okay.
All right.
Are you punching me?
Who?
Who?
Are you asking me who's punching? Are you asking me if I'm punching you?
Are you talking to me?
Well, would I be an idiot if I were talking to somebody else?
Would you be an idiot? I have to. Nope, that's a sentence. Shit. Okay, right. So now I run off stage and I got to run back on stage, right?
Yes. But now you have to wear a hat. Now you're wearing a hat.
Whoa! Can you get a load of these guys talking during a match?
Are you the referee?
Do I look like I'm wearing stripes?
You won. You fucking won improv. You just won.
I lost first, though.
But okay, it's a tie. We'll call it a tie.
I feel like I'm learning. I'm learning. But I've heard that aren't questions stealers and answers are gifts?
I've never heard it said that way. Yeah, there is a thing in improv where asking questions to start off a scene is not a great idea because you're putting the onus on the other person. So if you walk into a scene and say, "What are you doing here?" That's not that's not offering any information. What you've done is made somebody else supply the information. So yeah, questions aren't great unless the question is informative. Like, doctor, is there a reason why there is a syringe in my butt? That is a question that also starts the scene.
Right, because questions are stealers because you're talking, but you're not actually giving anyone anything to work with, right?
Correct.
So it's like you're kind of skipping your turn, if you will.
Also, there's a rule called yes and. You want to say yes to things But also, that's a rule that's meant to be broken if you know what you're doing. You can say, like, hey, doctor, do you know why there's a syringe in my butt? So, I'm not your doctor, but I'd be happy to check it out for you. Like, so that's saying no, but also elevating the scene a little bit. Now things have become interesting.
Right. That's what they call a no but.
No but.
It's like a yes and. It's a no but.
I come from the no but school of comedy, and also, as my friend Dan O'Connor said from Improv Olympic, I come from the pointing and shouting school of comedy because volume ensures quality.
Sure. I mean, sure.
We got a point.
Oh, yeah.
No, you're sure. I did this thing the other day. A friend of mine, Bren, who is a teacher in San Diego area for fifth graders, asked me to come and do. They're teaching their kids, their fifth grade class. There's 75 kids, and they're talking this month about comedy. So they've been asking kids to like look at old comedy, watch old movies, and then come in and do sketches and maybe write some comedy or tell a joke. And so I got on and talked about improv with 75 kids, and it was absolutely one of the greatest things I've done since the COVID thing happened, was just going on and hanging out with a bunch of school kids. And I'm almost certain that my level of humor lowered their IQs, and I think I took them back down to third grade because instantly we're just doing dumb dad jokes. But it was so cool. And one kid had signed on as Jeff Davis, and for some reason he had a mustache. I have no idea what the point was, but it was very good. It was very nice to feel like I had done anything of quality at all by just hanging out with a bunch of fifth graders and talking about jokes and comedy and shit. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, kids can be very aloof and like, what's this guy doing? But I think like if kids are like vaguely at all interested or engaged in something that you're working with them on, I think that's like incredibly rewarding. Here
was
really
the freaky
cool
part, because like we're doing a Zoom thing right now. And I'm looking at three windows: me, Kevin, and you, Spencer. Mm-hmm. This was a huge gallery of people, and on the screen you couldn't even see the whole gallery. That was the first Zoom thing I'd been on where you saw loads of people, and they were fifth graders. So you're looking into up to 75 people's homes,
right?
Like wherever they put their laptop, you're seeing 75 living rooms, bedrooms, kitchens, whatever, and they're fifth graders. And there was one kid who kept getting beaten up by a clearly older sibling and kept coming in. And he was wearing a Miami Heat jersey and just kept up just nailing the kid that was on camera. This guy was probably in 7th grade, 8th grade, and he was just beaten up. I'm like, do we have to call anybody? Like, is anybody else watching the physical assault that's going on right now?
Yeah.
But the groovy thing was they were like funnier than me. They were all just like interested and funny and silly and also bored out of their minds because they're just living in their little bubble. And I'm sure the one kid that was being physically attacked can't wait to get back to school. So he is in a different classroom than his older brother. Bad news. Happuccinos, I'm going to raise a toast to you. Wherever you are, Happuccinos, it's Fernet Branca time.
Fernet Branca, brought to you by Italy, I think, or France, probably Italy. I want to say Italy. Italy, home of the spaghetti. Try some today.
That's a good commercial. I'm so happy that we did a MeUndies ad because...
Oh, yeah, before the show we did a MeUndies ad.
Yeah. Kevin, will this air during this episode or some other episode or some other podcast?
Should be this
we do need to do an ad break.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, we didn't do an ad break.
Hey, let's do an ad break because I haven't talked about underwear in a long time. We'll be right back. And we're back. We just talked about underwear for a while.
Oh, I love them MeUndies, Jeff.
Oh, Hulk Hogan. I'm sorry, you caught me smoking the devil's cactus. What was it?
I'm here to talk to you about MeUndies, the devil's lettuce made into panties. You know I love to wear tight shorts in the squared circle.
I don't know.
I'm Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, brother. I'm Randy Savage talking about MeUndies. Ooh, they're gonna nestle your balls, brother. They're gonna settle your labia, sister. I don't know.
Wearing MeUndies is just like slapping into a Slim Jim.
Is Macho Man Randy Savage still with us? Did he die? Is he still around?
I think he's dead.
I think he died.
Yeah.
But the Iron Sheik goes on, and he's still being hilarious on Twitter, unless somebody has like ghostwrited his account. Because God damn it, it's funny.
He's incredible on Twitter. He's just like shitting on people. It's like so good.
All right. I mean, okay. So I'm in the car, Spencer, and I have the check-in, and I'm on the run.
Okay.
I'm on the run from a barbarian CEO of the Gillette Corporation. I don't. Is there a parent company of Gillette? Like, who does Gillette work for, or is Gillette like? It might be Johnson and Johnson.
Looking this up. Yeah.
Procter and Gamble.
Procter and Gamble. Fuck yeah.
Ugh.
Okay. Procter and Gamble. But didn't they also make board games?
That's Milton Bradley.
Milton Bradley. But didn't Gamble also make board games?
Maybe before.
Our podcast, That Happens, is mostly me asking questions where the audience can go Google their to their heart's desire. Okay. Let's play some actual D&D, Spencer, because last time Fuzzy Knuckles was running about and stabbing some bugs. Can you give us a brief recap, and we can get into some hardcore, legit D and motherfucking D?
Balls to the wall. Yeah, should we get the music going?
Let's do it.
Last time on That Happens, our heroes had just shrugged off a scourge attack and were licking their wounds yet again. In the attic of the haunted house they were looking through on the behalf of Hush Money. Oh yes, they found Beef Fungus Ned and they were searching the house. They looked in rooms and found mold and trash. That's basically all they found throughout the whole house. But then a staircase leading downwards to the first floor. They went to the first floor, and then there was another staircase leading to a basement, or perhaps a cellar? A wine cellar. Going down there, they heard the horrid screams of ghouls and ghosties and haunted, tortured souls. Oh, brother, these were the haunted haunts that they had heard about. But when they got down to the cellar, there was no ghost that they could see. Although ghosts are invisible, so that doesn't necessarily mean everything. They looked around and found broken, shattered wine bottles and such, and a corpse. And stabbing the corpse with its own sword, they released a swarm of rot grubs, which they now face in the cellar of the haunted house.
Okay. What are the bugs called? The swarm of what?
Swarm of rot grubs.
Rot grubs. And describe them for me, if you would.
Rot grubs are finger-sized maggots that eat living or dead flesh. Although they can subsist on plant matter, they infest corpses and piles of decaying matter and attack living creatures that disturb them. After burrowing in the flesh of a living creature, a rot grub instinctively chews its way to the heart in order to kill its host.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not fun.
Do I have like a poison thing? Or is that another character? Fuzzy Knuckles?
I don't know if you have poison yet.
No, I don't. Is it? I throw an oil flask on them and a like a tinder match, and try to like just light them on fire.
All right, let's roll initiative first. Then. Big Copper.
Initiative is just a straight roll that I rolled.
Yeah, it's a roll plus your dexterity bonus.
13.
That's including your bonus?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to go first, then Ned, then Big Copper, and then the Rock Grubs. So, yeah, you're throwing a flask in?
Yeah, I'm throwing an oil flask and, like, can I light a match and throw it at them?
Yeah, so let's say it's... Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Let's say you throw the oil flask, and that's easy enough because you're just hitting the corpse. And but then to actually throw the match, that's going to be some sort of roll. So if you want to roll a dexterity check, we'll see.
That'll be 13 again.
All right, so that's going to hit. You hit. It lights up. It lights fire up. It lights up fire. Roll a d6.
A d6.
Mm-hmm.
6.
All right. So they catch fire. They're as they kind of leave the corpse, they catch fire and they're burning with oil. They continue to burn as they start to swarm and such. All right. Do you want to move or anything? You're the closest to the grubs because you stabbed the corpse.
Well, I certainly want to get myself into a I walk away and like get into like a corner where no one can get behind me. So like none of these things are they all on fire?
No, because some of them are still in the corpse. But yeah, they're on fire.
Okay, so yeah, so I kind of reposition myself, like kind of like back up so I can get in, fighting range.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning cowardice range. I'm pretty freaked out, and I just do what anybody would do is back up a little bit.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Mm-hmm. Swarm of weird grubs, like vicious, attacky ones. So the Big Copper is gonna use his go-to, which is the poison spray.
Nice.
He's going to hit, so that's good. This thing has been really helpful. Let's see. He's going to roll damage.
The Big Copper?
11. Yeah. Well, it's just, I think he's hit almost every single time with the poison spray. So, and it does a D12 damage, so that's not bad, So, yeah, he hits for 11 poison damage. And now it's Ned's turn, but he's going to run up the stairs. He's not going to try and bitch slap the grubs.
Okay.
All right, so now it's the swarm's turn. Big Copper's closer, so they're gonna go after him. They kind of start to swarm him, and they hit at him. All right, they start climbing into the bits of his body and stuff. They're kind of infesting him.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's not good. He gets two grubs kind of find their way inside of him.
Hey, what remind me what beef fungus Ned's like race and class is?
He's a human, and you don't know what his class is because he hasn't talked about it, and you haven't asked, and also he doesn't seem to have any specific abilities or anything, So he's like, "Oh no, baby, this is bad news."
Wait, that's Big Copper. That's not beef fungus.
That's what he says. The Ned doesn't say that. He's silent as he kind of runs up the stairs. He's kind of halfway up the stairs, kind of looking and seeing what's going on. And then they're on fire, so they're also going to take 6 damage. Okay, so it looks like most of them are dead, but not quite. So now it's your turn.
So there's a little infestation of finger-sized maggots on the floor. How many of them are there?
Let's say there's about 10.
10. Are they clustered
outside of the body?
Are they clustered together?
Yeah, not super tightly. They're maybe within a couple inches of each other.
Okay, well, in my equipment, it says I have a hammer. I just go in there and just start hammering. I just start just whacking like a whack-a-mole at the Chuck E. Cheese. I go in there and just fucking let them have it.
Roll it up.
Ooh! Wait, plus what?
Your dex bonus. I don't think you use your proficiency because it's a hammer. So I think just your dex bonus.
Okay, well, how about this? 23.
Oh, so is that a critical hit?
Yeah, I believe. I rolled a 19 and added 4, if that means...
Oh, okay. So that's not a critical then. That's still good. Roll 1d6 for smashing damage.
Another 6 for real.
Oh, shit. All right, you smash, and you smash, and you smash some more. You smash every last grub, and the rest of the grubs kind of erupt and burn as they kind of boil out of the corpse, and, nothing's moving. So you think you've killed the swarm.
I think I have, or do I know I have?
For the intents and for the purposes of the game, you have.
Okay.
But Big Copper's like, oh no, you got any more of that oil?
I do. I have one more oil flask.
Can I light me a fire? I gotta burn these grubs out of me.
I hand Big Copper the oil flask and like a tinder or whatever, like a match.
All right, he kind of like pours some of the oil into the area where the grubs kind of got into his body, and he lights it on fire, and you can see kind of smoke coming out of his body, and he starts patting it down after a little bit, and he takes 3 damage, but he's like, I think that got him cooked, baby.
I take a deep breath and go, you learn something new every day. I didn't know that you could just pour oil into your own body and light it on fire and save your own life, only dealing 3 damage. It must be nice to be a robot, like a man made of copper.
Hey man, you could do this too. I bet you didn't know this, but all sorts of oil and fire is great for biting and burning out all sorts of parasites and insects such as ticks.
Okay. All right. So I examined the room that we're in. Is this the room where we heard the ghostly haunting sounds?
More or less, yeah. When you started coming down the stairs, that's when you heard the sounds. They sounded like they were coming from down below you, but it wasn't clear exactly what was happening. If you're examining the room, roll an investigation check.
Investigation? Where's my investigation? 14.
All right. So you find that amongst the bottles and racks of broken wine bottles and stuff, there's actually an intact bottle of wine. It's got a unicorn that's wearing some flashy clothes on it. And it's a corked, sealed bottle of wine. You don't know anything about the what do you call it? The vineyard that this came from. It's not, the name isn't recognizable to you or anything, but it's called what's it called? It's called Victory Vineyard. So you found that, and then also cruising around the room some more, you notice a slight seam in the south wall that you didn't notice before. It seems to be some sort of secret door.
I pick up the bottle of wine for certain, and
Yeah.
and I walk. Is there anything to be read on the label, or just what you said?
It's Victory Vineyard, and then it doesn't say what kind of wine it is. There's the unicorn. There's not a nutrition or anything, and although some marketing has more text than others, this one doesn't. It just says the name of the vineyard, and that's it.
Okay, so I
doesn't
go
say what kind of wine it is.
I pick up the bottle and I go investigate the seam in the wall.
All right, it's a freaking secret door. You're not sure how to open it.
Is there a lock mechanism or a handle or anything like that?
You don't see anything like that. You just see the outline of the door, and you get the sense that, like, why would there be a door-shaped outline?
Well, I try pushing it.
Okay, you push it, and it goes in exactly like 1 centimeter before stopping, and now it's kind of pushed in a little bit. So it definitely was supposed to move like that, but that's as far as it goes inward.
I turn to Big Copper, and I say, hey, Big Copper, you're bigger than me. I'm a little guy. Would you... Well, no, I'm not. I'm thinking I'm Bone Weevil. I'm Fuzzy Knuckles. I'm quite big. I run at it and ram it with my shoulder and just try to give it a good old-fashioned FBI, like, breaking and enter, Fourth Amendment violating break-in.
All right, roll a strength check.
Roll a constitutional violation check. Okay, that was strength. That's not very good. 5 total.
Yeah, you ram into it with a big wham, and it doesn't feel great, but it doesn't hurt that bad. But at the same time, your body is telling you that, like, oh, I don't know, like, it seems like it's moved all it can move in this direction.
So how big is the opening now?
It's only about 1 centimeter, but it's like you pushed it in. You kind of like pushed it into the wall, so now it's like a 1 centimeter depression. Yeah.
And you're saying
Ned kind of wanders down and is looking at what you're doing.
So you're saying that I get the feeling that this is as far as that's going to open, no matter how hard I try, or just with the.
Go ahead.
Like answer that question.
Okay, Big Copper comes up and he's like, "Oh, you better give this to me. I'm an artificer, baby, and this right here is artifice." And he kind of appraises it. He does a check, and he's like, "Oh, you see, you did one of 3 things necessary to open this door." And he pushes it. He puts his hand on it to provide friction and slides it to the left, and he slides it about half open, and then he pushes it forward again, and it kind of swings in. So he opens the door for you. He's like, "So that's what you were supposed to do." And I talk like this now.
I got to say, Big Copper, since I've met you, which is I think today, even though it takes us a lot of time to get anything done, you sort of mellowed out a little bit. Like you're not the kind of high energy Big Copper. Are we all just tired?
Do I sound like this? No,
there we go.
Right.
That's the Big Copper that I remember.
I think this is the Big Copper. Oh, baby.
I squeezed through the opening in the door.
Hell yeah. Oh, wait, no, I talk like this. Okay, This torchlit chamber was once a large cellar, but has since been converted into living quarters. 10 crude beds stand along the south wall, each with a wooden locker at its foot. A long wooden trestle table, ringed by rickety stools, dominates the center of the room. Metal cutlery, cups, and dirty plates sit atop the table. A cook stove is installed near the table, and evidence of recently cooked meals sits in pots atop it. A large ham hangs from a loop of twine near the stove. A sturdy set of stairs leads to a trapdoor in the ceiling above. There are 2 wooden doors in the east side of the room. And I should also say that it's not covered in mold and trash like the rest of the house. So someone has been living here.
Someone has actually has been a good roommate, is what you're saying. It's like this place has been taken care of.
Although they haven't done the dishes.
Not like Callie Kazoo, who plays her guitar right behind your wall. Like that's a good roommate. I'm joking, of course. Love you, Callie.
I'm not. Fuck you, Callie.
I go and examine the foot lockers.
Okay. They're locked.
I used thieves' tools to open one of them just out of curiosity.
Well, you open it, and what's inside absolutely blows your mind. But what was inside? We'll find out next time.
Oh, shit! Cliffhanger! Hey, Happuccinos, thank you so much for listening to Spencer and I and Kevin. Thank you so much for producing it, making great podcasts situations happen. Spencer, what do you got to plug?
Just my Twitch again. I'll probably be streaming tonight, maybe 7 p.m. or something, maybe earlier. But yeah, twitch.tv/thesixthler. What about you, Jeff?
It's just this and my